Hello and welcome back to the channel, Cali Legends Media. I want to say thank you to all the subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you for your support, for hitting those likes, those hype buttons, and leaving your comment in the comment section. It's highly appreciated. Seriously, thank you very much. Okay, so a couple of days ago, Damian Porter made a video, okay, regarding this guy called Jap 5. Dubs decided to speak on it today, okay? And it was about Jap 5 being on a 50-50 yard and Damian Porter's opinion regarding that. Now, we all know that 16 to Life, Chill, was in CMC, which is highly popular and just, sick people. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't live there. I mean, it wouldn't be a curfew that got me off that yard. It'd be one of these fools walking by me that would, probably get me taken off the yard for snatching him up and having my way all up around his head and shit, Dubs chose to kind of even use the word 50-50 yard and trash, describing those that stay on a 50-50 yard, especially from the Mexicans' point of view and the whites' point of view in the system. You have a certain amount of time to get off of these yards. Okay, it's called a curfew. And if you don't get off on time, then you're going to have an issue coming when you get back to where you're supposed to be, which is on the main line. Okay, these yards are looked down upon. Anybody that goes to these yards are looked down upon. At least it's been like that with the blacks and the whites. I mean, with the Mexicans and the whites. But now the blacks have caught on to that, and they don't like it either. Damian Porter feels you have no business on no 50-50 yards with these weirdos. And I guess so. They made an exception. You just go where they send you. If it's a GP, you stay there. If you go over there with these weirdos, I couldn't do it. I couldn't live with them. So I wouldn't have to worry about, I got a curfew. My own natural senses would take me off those yards. But anyways, what really got to me, though, was all of this discussion about what Damian Porter said, what the blacks feel about it, where that Chill was on CMC, and people considering these people trash, the ones that go to the 50-50 yards, SNY yards are PC'd up. He's speaking on all this in terms of the blacks. Mentions the Mexicans and the whites in there. Kind of kicking it off as far as not being able to go to a 50-50. But my point is, why don't this dude, Dubs, answer the questions himself from his own perspective? Because he was on those same yards, same kind of yards, with the same kind of people. But he don't talk about that, but he's happy to pull stuff off the internet that the blacks are talking about and use that and start talking about trash and these people are this and that. But he don't consider himself none of those things. Once did he mention him being on a bad yard, him being considered trash, nothing. No mention of Dubs at all. Just pointing fingers, calling out names, and throwing rocks, but nothing said about his adventures through these yards and his personal experience through these yards and what he had to deal with going from a GP into one of these yards and nothing that would edify somebody. I don't know. I don't get it. Man. I think that's why everybody goes in on this dude. It's because he can't be considered honest and upfront. Because he's been asked all these questions. He's been asked for those missing years. You want to tell stories? Tell us about them missing years, man. How does it feel to be ostracized? You know, how does it feel to walk away from what you believed in all that time? Why did you do it? What took you to those yards? What made it okay? You mentioned that you went to Tehachapi, which was a 50-50 yard at the time, and that all the Sureños or Southsiders or Mexicans that went there with you, I think there was 6 or 7 of them, that they all how did you put it? Like they all booked somebody, or they all, I think you sliced somebody to get off the yard. You didn't catch a hot one. You didn't, I remember you talking about it on the bus with somebody that you guys were going to take a life, you're going to do this, and you go out with a little razor blade and you slice somebody. Talk about when you were on that side. You know what I mean? You have firsthand experience. You don't have to guess. You don't have to go off of anybody's stories. You could talk about how you were treated, how you were viewed, how you were labeled. You yourself, Dubs. How all that works, you know what I mean? Like, how can you live with S offenders and PFD files and still just go about your business like nothing, when some of these have done some outrageous, stuff to women and little ones, I don't get it, man. There's something, is it a mental block? Is it just, I'm not going to call you names and all that. Enough people do that, but that don't get us nowhere. Dubs, man, if somebody tells you what's being said in this video, speak up, dude. Everybody knows already, man. What are you hiding? You embarrassed? Say it. Say, you know what, man, I apologize, man, but the reason I don't speak on none of that stuff is because, I feel kind of bad about it, this and that and the other. Say something, man. Don't just point the fingers to the blacks, or the black said, or the blacks doing this, the blacks doing that. What did Dubs do? How did Dubs feel? We don't want to hear what you were thinking when you were active, man. That counts for nothing, dude. That counts for nothing. The majority of your time was spent on the other side of the wall, man. On the other side, with all the PCs, the SNYs, and the dropouts. And that's the truth. Anyways, I'm not going to kick a dead horse anymore, man. Don't trust me, this ain't the last video. But I'm not going to keep going over the same subject. I just wanted to point out that it was kind of, I don't know, man. I just didn't understand how a person could do that. Everybody knows where you've been and what you've done, Dubs. You know what I'm saying? But you don't mention none of that, man. You just mentioned Jap 5, put him on blast like everybody else, and then, mention what Damon Porter thinks. Oh, yeah, well, we were friends one time. We were good. We were that. We were this. Associate yourself in a positive light, man. Dude don't like you no more, man. He knows about you now. He understands. Well, I don't know if he likes you or not, but he don't fuck with you no more. Talk about that. Yeah, you had a little fallout, this and that, but what's the real thought and reason you think behind that, and people feeling the way they be feeling? People have actually made channels, dude, just to put their foot on your neck, man. So I don't know why you talk about stuff like this, man. It's like the words slipping my fucking mind right now. It's when something's contrary to what you are. It's like hypocritical, You've been there, done that. Tell us about that. Tell us about Jap 5 and what Jap 5 was going through. We seen it already. We heard it all firsthand from Damien Porter. Anyway, it's my video for today, people. Thanks for watching. God bless you. God bless your families. Stay free, people. Stay free. Stay out of them courts. Stay out of them jails, man. Stay out from behind them prison walls, because it's a whole different get down back there. The politics are different. The lifestyle, the living, the way people act and carry themselves, and sometimes not for the different, not for the worst, you know. Sometimes it's, you know, people act right over there. If not, you get some get right. If not, you end up with dubs on the other side, you know, living with all the funny peoples, you know. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.